National Football League.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
You see the numbers in last week's game for Warren.
18 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Now run straight ahead with Warren. They'll get this down to the 38. You talk about this Bengals defense.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
A handoff for Warren.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw.
And they'll find the open man. That's complete.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
They run it with P. Ryan on 1st down.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
Again, here's P. Ryan. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. You call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Big 13. Big 13. 11, 11, 11.
Now Burrow.
Dropping it off underneath. Here's P. Ryan.
And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down.
They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Setting up the screen to P. Ryan. 7 yards there with a first down screen play.
The Bengals at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now it's Burrow. And he's taken in by the tight end Fan. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw him. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Here we go.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night, well, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle, here's Pirine. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Here's Burrow. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Now 2nd and 9.
11, mighty.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete. Right around the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Andre Yoshibas from 17 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead. A drive there, just 4 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. And able to get this out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building anymore.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here we go.
Hand off here for Pirine. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
2 yards.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
The 32-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. This is Fant on the short completion. And down inside the 15 he goes. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
1. Ready?
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. 11, 12, 12. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Gun. Stop.
They'll hand it to P-Ryan.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Trying forward, P-Ryan.
He won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
This an easy one, 23-yarder.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Now Rodgers. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead.
Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
To throw is Rodgers. Out to the right here to Wilson. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That's to the veteran. It's Robert Woods. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 2 yards to go, second down.
6-yard line.
Here's Rodgers.
Another target and catch for Robert Woods.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
And the defense closes quickly there. We'll get maybe a yard to the 33. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
They'll run it here with P-Ryan.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up.
Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
11 MT. 11 MT. Take.
From midfield now, Burrow. And it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it up. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now, during that run, an injury here, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Warren will try the right side.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd down.
On the give, it's Warren.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, that would mean the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already.
And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10.
At about the 32.
This one complete to Yoshibas.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. P-Ryan, draw play. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple.
On the draw, P-Ryan. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll try to run here with Brooks.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
11. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Darius Slay with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Back now in Cincinnati, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points.
And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
11 Thomas.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And that'll be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This is the tight end fan. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown Bengals.
Jamar Chase, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Now it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's one. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. Now Rodgers. Right side complete. That's Woods. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
They toss it to Warren.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Working the middle of the field, he's got man complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
And the Steelers first down.
Now run with Warren.
And he stopped immediately there. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the Bengals' 31-yard line.
Now Rodgers.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Up the middle, Johnson. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here's 1st and 10. Complete to Higgins. Here comes 2nd down.
Higgins. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 28-yard line.
Burrow. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Smith.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
The 24-yard line.
And they take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helping.